night 2 years ago. At the time, I was 22 years old, exhausted after a full day of running a community festival. It was one of those events that looks fun from the outside, kids slagging, parents smiling, but drains every ounce of energy once it's over. By the time I got home, all I wanted was sleep. That's when my phone rang. It was my younger sister, Savannah. She asked if I could take her and my nephew trick-or-treating. No one else wanted to do it. And like always, it fell on me to be the cool older brother. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Savannah was 15, dressed as Raven from Teen Titans, her face pale with white makeup. Jackson, 11 years old, was Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. We drove to a busy neighborhood so they could get as much candy as possible. At first, everything felt normal. Friendly neighbors, laughter, compliments on costumes. One man even handed out hot dogs instead of candy, saying he wanted kids to get protein. It felt wholesome, safe. But safety doesn't always announce when it's about to disappear. On our walk back to the car, the neighborhood grew quieter. Porch lights went dark. Farewell. Voices. That's when I noticed someone standing across the street. They were dressed entirely in black, standing in a yard with no lights on. Hooded, face hidden, completely still. I told Savannah and Jackson to stay close. At first, Jackson laughed it off. Savannah didn't. As we kept walking, I felt it, that instinct you get when something is wrong. Then I heard it. Heavy footsteps behind us. When I turned around, the figure was closer, tactical. Boots, black gear, face fully covered. Whoever this was, they weren't dressed to scare people. They were following us. I quietly told the kids not to look back, not to panic, just to keep walking. The footsteps stayed behind us all the way to the car. When we reached it, I turned to confront them. The figure raised their hands and slowly removed the mask. It was a woman. She claimed she was an undercover officer responding to a break-in. Her explanation made no sense, and when I questioned her, something changed in her eyes. Then she smiled and said, "If you didn't have that weapon, this night would have ended very differently." That's when 4 more figures stepped out from between the houses. I didn't argue. I didn't hesitate. I got the kids into the car and drove. Days later, I received a photo from an unknown number. It was my car, parked outside my apartment. No mensaje, just proof. To this day, I don't know who they were, why they chose us, but I know one thing for sure. That night changed how I see the world forever. This happened when I was 12 years old. During a Halloween trip, my family took to a small resort hidden deep in the woods. During the day, the place felt calm and welcoming, but once night fell, the silence made the resort feel completely isolated. That night, the resort hosted Halloween games, candy booths, and a haunted hayride that slowly moved through the forest. While on the hayride, I noticed someone standing just beyond the torchlight knot, wearing a costume, not moving, just watching. I told myself I was imagining it, but later that night, I saw the same man again, standing alone near the trees, watching the crowd from a distance. Around 9 p.m., my friend Ryan and I walked a short trail behind the cabins, staying close and not going far. That's when we heard footsteps behind us, heavy, and clearly not another kid. A voice came from the darkness. "Hey there, boys." The same man stepped into the light. He offered us candy and said he recognized us from the hayride. That's when fear took over, and we ran as fast as we could toward the lights. The man was never found. No record. No explanation. What still haunts me isn't what he did, but what might have happened if we trusted him.